Hello. It's Tuesday, the 5th of August, 2025. Welcome along to the channel, The Fifth Guardian. I'm your host, Tony Hunt, where today I'll be player of games. But as always, it's not my story. It's not your story. Today's story is all about competing in multiple series of mostly motorsports within Real Racing 3, Update 13.5, and this is part 8 of that mini series. Okay, get the game on screen. We did have an hello there. It seems to have disappeared. Welcome along anyway. Hope everyone is okay. Right, so it's a Tuesday. Tuesday means we have a new online multiplayer tournament and a new weekly time trial. But we only have one set of upgrades available. So why is that? And this is just for me. So the reason for that is if we go into the time trial, the Ferrari is not on sale. Ferraris are not on sale at this moment in time. I don't know why. Who knows? So the Lamborghini Countach LPI 800-4 would have been on sale, but as you can see there, I've already got it upgraded fully. So there's nothing to be had there. But my general rule of thumb is always take a look at the cost of your upgrades after the discount and take a look at the potential rewards and sort of weigh it up. The cost of upgrades will always be more than the rewards available, but obviously you want that difference to be as small as possible. Okay, so that's that. So we must have a car in the online multiplayer tournament available to upgrade. Well, it can't be the Ferrari, because apparently Ferraris are not available for upgrades at this moment in time. Don't know why. Indeed, it is the Mercedes AMG GT Black Series. Now, you might see there that I've got 25 out of 28 upgrades. That's not technically correct. I did actually have only 21 upgrades applied of the 28. So it's pretty obvious what I'm going to do. But I'll just go through how expensive this car is because it's not cheap. So the discount on the car, as you can see there, 45%. That's not too bad. But the upgrades are very expensive. So I did have, there we go, those three: drivetrain, body, suspension, exhaust, brakes, tyres and wheels already fully upgraded. The engine was only on 3 out of 7. So that's cost me quite a significant amount of gold and R dollars. I'm never that bothered about R dollars because the amount that I've got, but it was still over 1 million R dollars with the 2 upgrades that I had to apply. Gold level 4 should have been 175, was reduced to 97, and level 6 engine upgrade should have been 400. That's incredibly expensive. With a 45% discount, that was only 220 gold. So the total cost, including the drivetrain, body, and suspension, will be 563 gold. That's a lot of gold. And in fairness, there isn't a great deal of return back. So if we come out of here, now that we've selected the car, hopefully we'll still be selected. Yep. And we have a look at the series that it's in. It's only in 2. Deutsch Duel 3 in Season 1. That does need completing. Just the one race to complete. That will earn me 29 gold. It is also in an exclusive series, currently locked, but I did look up how much gold I can get back from the exclusive series. It's only 100 in total. So 563 cost, 129 reward. Overall cost 434 gold. Under normal under normal circumstances, I probably wouldn't I probably wouldn't do the upgrades. But this release is so quiet, and as you can see there, my gold is just going up quite nicely. Even though I won't get the reward, the cost of gold back just by playing it in a week, I'll have the majority of that gold back, and I'll still be above 2,000 gold. So I'm going to go ahead and fully upgrade that car. Now, Virtual Medical Dr. Iyaka is in the chat. Welcome along. Good to see you again. Says only 2 events. That is sad. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But there's still plenty of racing we can do outside of that. 2 events, 2 new cars. But unless, of course, you haven't got quite as many as me, in which case some of the flashback events may well be quite advantageous to you. But at the moment, there we go, dropping all the way down to 1,789 gold. I'll do what I normally do with the cars that I've got fully upgraded. Metallic chrome black. Racing rims. And for some reason, I always select the ride height as being available. There we go. Okay, so we're good for racing today. Let's crack on. Let's see how we get. Now, there are 4 series to racing. In addition, we've got a new online multiplayer tournament. We've got a new weekly time trial, and we've got the time trial competition as well. So you know, there's a bit going on. There's a bit going on, and I have just opened up a new exclusive series. Okay, so what I'm going to do first, hopefully, will that go to the exclusive series? Yeah. So where is the car? I can't remember where the car is. No, it's season 1, isn't it? So if we go to season 1, I'm going to do or try to complete the series that it's in, because I think what I can do, if I can find it, there it is hire for the cup an engineer for free, an agent for free, and a manager for free. So long as I win, no harm, and that means this car will be available for racing in the online multiplayer tournament. So let's see if we can earn some gold back. Boy, do we need to earn some gold back. Now, I've not driven this car for a while, so I don't know what it's like. Let's find out. I would imagine it's going to be okay. Yeah, I was a bit soft on it there. I could have gone harder. Already up into 14. I'm just going to slip behind this guy. Oh, look at what they're going to do. Oh, good grief. Oh, what a mess. Oh, right. Let's quit the game there, because that was an absolute mess up. And let's remember what we did there. And let's not do that again. Now, even though I've reset the game, it should be okay. I should still have all those tires on the car. But yeah, that was a mess. That was a complete mess. There we go. Back in there. Let's try that again. There we go. All the crew available still. Okay, so it was the right attitude, but I was the wrong side of that car. And you saw there, they're just a bit crazy sometimes, some of the bots. And I got absolutely smashed to bits. So I'm going to be a little bit more aggressive this time. I'm going to get ahead of 12, and then all the way over to the right. Stay out of trouble, because look at them all. Here we go. Watch them all do it. Stay out of trouble. There we go. That's better. Got it right that time. So Eloise says, have same issue. Oh, what's it? What issue's that? Oh, hello. Oh dear, do you know what? This car isn't particularly grippy. It's got a great big massive spoiler on the back and it's not that grippy. Eloise, did you mean the same issue as that I just had on this game with getting stuck on that corner? Or do you mean something else? Let me know. Oh dear, this car. Oh man, this car. Obviously I'm pushing too hard. And that's why it's losing the back end. They into third. A little bit of a bump. Bit of damage. No biggie. 3 laps to go, 2 cars, oh dear, to overtake. So no, I actually thought this car would be half decent, and I'm going, I am not liking the balance on this car. It's quick, pretty good acceleration for the range it's in. But traction on it's really horrible. But I'm doing alright though, I'm in second. This is for gold, remember, completing this particular series to 100%, that's not good. Go into first before the end of lap 2. I can live with that. So a quick look inside the car. Amazingly the windscreen's not smashed up. Relatively elegant inside. I'm on the wrong part of the track there, made a right mess up. But I am in first place. So I'm not going to complain too much. Ooh, a little bit more bodywork damage there. Let's see if we can push away now from second. Not like that. Alright, we're 100 yards ahead. Lots of weird sounds coming from this car. Feels like the elastic band has broken on it. Oh, there we go. Back end disappears. This, in fairness, is a very testing track for cars, because there's a balance between speed in the sort of the first half of the track, and then in the second half there's a lot of fast turns, so it is all about grip. points with sometimes having to brake a little bit hard. So I don't think there's anything wrong with the braking in this car. I do think it is sort of the grip, but the traction is definitely not so good in this car. But we are 200 yards ahead of second, going into the final lap. That's okay, we'll take that. 29 gold on offer. Makes up for spending 568 gold out, and that's with a 45% discount. That's just crazy. Some of the cars in this game. Now I said last month, make the most of it. It's a quiet month. Get some cars upgraded, or get some other cars won if you've you know, not got many cars and there's opportunity through the flashback and limited series. But we've got another month, so we've got another release with the same issue, but this time this release is 8 weeks. So it's a long release when you've only got 2 new cars to win. I mean, literally I could take a holiday for a week and not miss anything. Apparently so, if I did want to do that. Alright, here we go. Final part of the last lap. 500 yards ahead. Traction wonderfully not working. There we go. First place. Can't grumble too much at that though. Takes me back over 1800 gold with no loss of durability, which is good. 29 gold, there we go, and apparently some R dollars. Okay, so that's that series done. Let's have a look at the online multiplayer tournament. Let's have a look at how different the cars are. You see, look at that. The Ferrari is still stronger, sort of. Let's have a look. Yeah, it is. It's interesting though how the car was sliding out all over the place, but you can see just by looking at the graphs there, the grip is so much lower as a completion compared to acceleration, top speed, and braking distance. Well, let's just have a go with it. Let's see how we get on, and then if need be, we can flip to the Ferrari. Oh dear, that guy didn't realise how bad this car was. Fortunately, I did. Well, we've got 2 laps around this. Ah, right, so it's only the shorter track, that's fine. Take me time, take me time. Still in the lead. Still in the lead. Oh dear, somebody's gone off behind me. I'm well in the lead. So at the moment, I'm going to stick with using this car. Thank you very much for the subscription there. Very much appreciated. For that, I'm at the moment 600 yards ahead. Sort of like taking it a bit easy around this section. I'm ahead. I can't see myself being caught. Just keep it smooth. Victory. I won't say in the bag, but it should happen. Oh, there we go. That's how easy it is to lose it in this car. A bit of a skid there. As I said, traction's not the best. It doesn't feel like there's a problem specifically with the grip. It's the moment you, well, obviously there is a problem with the grip, but it seems to impact traction quite dramatically, hence losing the back end. So there we go. That is quite an easy win for me there for once. What a refreshing change. What a refreshing change. Just got to wait half an hour for all the opponents to finish. Somebody crashed out there as well, blimey. Hope that doesn't impact this not ending. Maybe that guy's still racing there. Reza Aditya says, hi brother, hello, welcome along. I do remember you, yes. Good to see you again. Welcome. So thank you to IMQ Game brackets min for the subscription, very much appreciated. So 103 points. That's all right. We'll have a look there. Definitely on 4 gold. Do you know what? Let's move over to the Ferrari. Let's see how this gets on. Let's see how this gets on now. In terms of stats, it looks like braking a little bit better, grip about the same. I wonder if that will therefore mean it'll have an impact on sliding all over the place, but it's faster and has a higher top speed, so, or rather quicker and has higher top speed. Oh wow, yeah, this is a lot quicker than the Mercedes. At least it felt that way. So I was a bit worried about it flying off. But again, I'm happy with second. I'll take first, obviously. But this feels overall more balanced. Can't believe I'm saying that. Right. So I think as it stands, worst case scenario, 3rd place. Best case scenario, 1st. Or maybe not. What is going on? What is that guy doing? Alistair C, what are you doing, lad? Yeah, so I could finish first. I could finish third at the moment. Oh, there we go. Found the skid point. Oh, might get first. Might get first. Now it looks like I've got first there, but I always find there's a little bit of a lag. So there's a possibility I could end up finishing second. So we'll see. Lord Night Moon says hello. Hello, Lord Night Moon. Welcome along. Thank you very much for joining again. I'll just turn the rating down a bit. It's a bit loud for me. Massey Edge Gamer says hello and welcome. Hello and welcome to you as well. 79% on the Hot Hatch event. Well done. Well done indeed. Virtual Medical Doctor Ayaka says, I love that Ferrari Daytona SP3 too much. Do you know what? It's all right. It's good. It is better than the Mercedes. It's a shame that wasn't on offer. Look at that. I've got another 100 points. That's not bad at all. And Ruba Dutta says, good race. It was. Look at that. We've gone up to 6. Might have another go. And Lord Night Moon says, cam is frozen, I think. Oh dear. So it is. Let me get that sorted. Good spot. Right. Where are we? We're there. So if I do that, and then that, there we go. Hopefully I'm back. Silly camera. Right, one more go, I think. Yeah, might as well give it a risk. Don't do that though. Let's use the Ferrari. I prefer the Ferrari. Might be waiting some time to match though. We'll see. Druba Dutta says your cam is frozen. It's fine now. Thank you very much. And Massey Edge Gamer says, yep, it's much better. Much appreciated. Thank you for letting me know. Yep, it's taken its time to match. Obviously, I've gone up a few rating points, so it's always harder to match. Might find I end up being matched with only one other player. Oh no, we've got a full set of 8 races. Ooh. Now, I think to be fair, I'll be happy if I finish in the top 3. Anything more would be a bonus. Anything less might be a bit disappointing. Let's see how we get on. There is a mixture of cars in this field, so you know. Possibility. Now, already into 4th. Two people have left already. Now, when 2 people leave, it does actually mean the worst place you can finish is 6, which is not a massive amount of negative points. This is why you should never just quit, because you never know. You can actually find yourself coming out of a situation okay, even if you have a bad start. I'm right on the tail of 2nd and 1st, and I fancy my chances here. I did say I wanted to finish in the top 3, so I'm not going to push too much, but 4th is way back. And these guys are struggling. See, there you go. So that's me into 2nd. Ooh, I got that pretty much spot on. I'm happy with that. Got to get this right. Oh, no, I've got that completely wrong. Never mind. I might have to settle for third, but I'm not giving up because these guys, they're making mistakes like I am as well, so it's not over just yet. I think what is pretty much guaranteed though is third position, which does mean getting some points. Oh, I lost it. Not bad at all though, I'm happy with that. Third. Pretty good. Massey Edge Gamer says, expert status unlocked today. Very much well done. Excellent. Oh, the expert series unlocked. Sorry, yes. Also very well done. Yeah, keep it up. There we go, race over already. I'm definitely got third, I think, there. So, I don't know, 20, 30 points. Might be just short of getting up to 7 gold. Oh, 28, there you go, not too bad. Car does need servicing. So we'll leave that one there. And we'll exit out. But that was all right. I quite enjoyed that. I think I'm just short of getting to 7 gold. Indeed I am. But I think the next time we have a look at racing in multiple series, it will be Friday. So we'll have another go on Friday. Because tomorrow and Thursday, we'll be looking to do the McLaren 600 LT Limited Series. Now, I might be wrong, but look at that. The McLaren 600 LT Limited, the McLaren 600 LT is actually in, admittedly it's bottom of the list, but it's in the online multiplayer tournament. So you've got a possibility, if you don't own that car, of winning it. You'll probably have to upgrade to free across the board. And then maybe scoring some points in the online multiplayer tournament. So I don't think that's too bad. I like that. Okay, so what am I going to do here? Weekly time trial competition. So we have got the Stradale sitting at a PR of 93.5. Do you know what? Just look how bad the grip is compared to the rest of it. See, this is such an unbalanced car, in my humble opinion. We've got the Lamborghini. See, I think the Lamborghini is quite a nice balanced car there. And then we've got another Lamborghini, but this time the Aventador SVJ. Again, look at the grip. I do honestly think that's going to be a good starting point. So I'm going to have a go with that car, and then we'll have a go with the Ferrari, which I think might be all over the place. Midhunt says hi in the chat. Welcome along. Let's see how we get in. Get on this week's time trial. Now again, what I'll do is I'll just get a banker lap in, so I've got some points on the scoreboard, and then as it's fully upgraded, I'll see what I can do in terms of improving that time. Now I think there's a possibility of not getting into Group C this time because I don't have, yeah, there you go. I don't have the top car fully upgraded. Nevertheless, we shall give it a go. think there's about 20 seconds off the best time. So not brilliant there. Although it does include a penalty of 5.5 seconds. Yeah, there we go. Only into F. No, E. Just into E. All right. So I'm into E with a 5.5 second penalty. VP 1,000 points rewarded, and we've won a reward. We're 12 seconds from D. Blimey, that just tell me the Ferrari's so much quicker. Wow, look at that time with the Lamborghini Aventador SVJ. That's a good time. Yeah, most people are setting a time with the Ferrari. Well, we're going to have another go, just a bit of practice, and then we will flip to the Ferrari. It does look like it's going to be a shed load quicker, but I am just a bit worried. Oh dear. I am just a bit worried. I am just a bit worried about the braking in that car. As an example, look at me just going off track with this one. Let's try that again. So I need to gain 12 seconds, do I, just to get into D. Okay, there we go. That's not quite the best I can do, but it's definitely not going to be a 12-second improvement. Obviously, I didn't get a penalty there, so almost 7.5 seconds quicker, still in Group E. So I do think it's time to move over to the Ferrari. Virtual Medical Doctor Ayaka says, I use the Lamborghini Countach LPI 800-4 for the weekly time trial with my other account. Okay. Lord Night Moon says Ferrari is much faster. Well, let's find out. John says 68 years young today. Happy birthday, John. And Melvin Lee says Ferrari is faster, 0 to 60 acceleration. Well, as I said, let's find out. What I find nowadays, and I've done this last couple of weeks, is to practice with some of the slower cars before moving on to the bigger car. Let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. 93.5. I am just worried about going off track though. Oh dear. Yeah. Look at that. Easily off track. So I needed to brake early there. And this is the problem. This car does require earlier braking. Oh, yeah. And another problem is because I don't have this fully upgraded, I've got half the durability and not as many drives available, which is a bit frustrating. But it does look as if it's quite considerably quicker. I just need to brake earlier. Yeah, again, I don't like the balance of this car. Oh dear. Oh, come on. Nah, I don't like this car at all. I don't like this car at all. Try again. Try again. The Daytona SP30 was a lot better in terms of grip. I'm having to focus very hard because it does just require early braking. So it's, again, completely different braking zones. Well, look at that. As long as you can get it right, you do get quite a significant gap. I'm already 2 seconds up. 2.5. I'm going to have to brake early here though. Still don't think I'm going to get into D. Never mind C. There we go, 4 seconds quicker. Okay. Didn't enjoy that though. That wasn't a smooth experience. Druber Dutter says, use the Ferrari, but be careful with the brakes. Yes, indeed. A 118, 119. Luke says, can you play F1, please? Monaco Grand Prix. Luke says, I know you are pro. Possibly later. I'm not guaranteeing it. I'm not a fan of Monaco. But yeah, maybe. We'll see how we're getting on. Virtual medical doctor Ayaka says Ferrari is overrated car. Well, it depends on the Ferrari. This one is. I'm not a fan. But it is all about the balance. There's too much acceleration, and the brakes don't match the acceleration. And I mean, look at it. Look at, you can tell just by looking at the graphs there. So unbalanced. So unbalanced. So unbalanced. Never mind. Anyway, we'll have another go on that a little bit later. We are almost in D. It definitely does look as if I'm not even going to get to C this week, which is fine. But you never know. You never know. Right, okay, so we did have a reward to collect. It was only $R, but, you know, better in my pocket than the game's. There we go. And it does take us so close now to the grand prize, 33,250. Possibility of getting that done tomorrow when we start the McLaren 600LT Limited Series. Right, what am I going to have a go at next? Let's have a look. Let's go into road collection. Let's see if we can earn some gold. Let's have a go at completing the Zenvo Aurora Tour. Okay, we're going to start with the head-to-head on tier 14. Now, this car isn't quite as unbalanced, but my word, it is fast. It is fast. So it might take me a bit of time to get used to this. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh no. Just about. And we're away. We're away for the win, fingers crossed. I will say this, having driven the Ferrari, this feels so much easier to drive. There we go, that is a victory. I believe I earn 70 gold if I complete this exclusive series. Druba Dutter says, do you have a Discord server? I'm afraid I don't, but thank you for the question. And Druba Dutter says, this car is fast. Wow, yes, it is. Yes, and do you know what? It's a bit of a blessing that I drove the Ferrari first, because otherwise I would have complained about this car. But in terms of balance, because it isn't quite balanced, you can see then the grip. But I'll tell you what, it's a lot closer across all four functions, i.e. top speed, acceleration, braking, and grip than the Ferrari was. So we've got another head-to-head. This is on tier 16. This time around Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps. Edging ever closer to 100% for the series. Let's see if we can get this one done. I normally go around the outside, but on a two-car race, I like sneaking the inside, but he's then overtaken me. Might be a tough race, this one. And again, it might not be. I didn't hear a dink, so I don't think I did hit him. Oh dear. There you go. This car is way too fast. All I have to do is bring it home. That's the plan. Oh, bring it home in one piece. Maybe with a few dents. Oh. Okay, 200 yards ahead still. There we go. Whoops-a-daisy. Bring it home in one piece, but with a few dents. And that's what I did. Boom. All right, that's another race completed. Ever closer to the 100% target. 50 minutes into the stream. Not hurting too much, despite the fact I spent 563 gold. I think I said 568 earlier. I meant 563. Okay, there we go. So we've got tiers 19 and 20. Now, sometimes this can be problematic because you end up trying to do a speed snap against someone who's just a better driver than you, because it won't be a bot. It won't be a computer opponent. It'll be a copy of a human opponent. But let's see how we get on. Speed snap at Suzuka. Nowhere near, am I? 203. I mean, it looks like I can do quite a bit of improvement there. So, okay, that's fine. 2 miles per hour off, and I wasn't brilliant on this bit here. So therefore, setting off, I was slower. so I'd have lost time all the way down that straight. Not sure that's any better, to be fair. Let's find out. Not sure that was any better. No, it was better, but I ended up finishing 4th. Okay, what have we got to do? 205.4. We'll have another go. Now, I think that showed us 203 there, so maybe we can get this. This then again, maybe not. Come on. Ooh, second. We're almost there. Almost there. Druba Dutter says of the last race, the last turn was crazy. Yeah, did cause a bit of damage. But it's okay, we can get this. We're second. We just need a good brake and turn. There we go. Hopefully that's right this time. Right, 204, that's first. Took a bit of time. 204.55. But you see there, I didn't beat the 205 record. So I'm glad that opponent dropped off the achievement list of having to beat. Okay, so speed snap done. One more race, which is an autocross. Tier 20, this is for 100% and 70 gold and 100,000 R$. Obviously, I'm more concerned about the 70 gold. Let's see how we get on. So what time? 22 seconds. So it's a quick autocross as well. Messed it up already. Yeah, messed that up. Do you know what? I say I messed it up. I don't think I did, you know. Oh, I can do this easily. There we go. Second with a terrible autocross. Come on. There you go. Still a bit messy, but that was a lot better. And there we go. That is an exclusive series completed and more gold. That's what I like to see. So say goodbye to the Aurora Tour. What we'll do is just, again, as we've got the opportunity to do, and I've got so much R$, I will service the car. So when it needs to be used again, it's fully serviced. It's got full durability and ready to go. There we go. Gold, 1,888 gold. Let's have a look. Where have we got up to? James Mavinda says, take upper to lower racing line. I'm not sure I did, to be fair, but thanks for the advice. Druba Dutter said, you did it. Which track is this? It was the Circuit of the Americas. A good track, especially the Grand Prix circuit. Kenny asks, welcome along, Kenny. Asks, what controls do you use? So let's just quickly come out of there. Let me just service the car. Even though it doesn't need servicing, we might as well. It's going to go in the garage, so we'll get it fully serviced, ready for next use, whenever that will be. It could be never. So if I come out of here and if we go into settings, so if we go to first of all assists, I, I've worked myself down to 0 assists. So steering assist is off, traction control is off, and brake assist is off. Took a bit of time to get there. To balance that out, steering sensitivity I've got on 5. So I do find steering assist to be quite hard. So I've got the steering sensitivity a little bit higher, mainly so I'm not having to do this with uh, the iPad. And as you can see there, tilt B is the option I've gone for. So that means obviously I am tilting it. I do prefer that way for driving. And I've got manual acceleration and manual braking. So um, I think the default setting, as it says there, is tilt A, which is it auto accelerates. Yeah, if you can move away from that and learn about the manual acceleration, manual brake. One of the benefits of tilt B with the manual acceleration and manual brake is sometimes you can just release the acceleration just to drift through some tight corners as opposed to having to brake hard. So yeah, tilt B, steering sensitivity 5, all the assists off. Druba Dutter says dirty racing brackets track limits. I know, I know, I know. But the game allows it. You do what you can in the game to win what you can in the game. They get dirty with us on the events. We get dirty with them on the series. That's how it works. The only time you really need to worry about track limits, well, there are 2 times you need to worry about track limits. The time trials. So in other words, yeah, the time trials, any one of them, you need to stay in track. That's the only time. And then obviously I say the only time, the other thing is obviously the online multiplayer tournament. You do need to stay on track so you don't get a penalty. But other than that, all goes, except in the events where it says don't go off track or don't get damage. But yeah, there we go. So that is the Zenvo Aurora Tour completed. Done all the series that car was in. So that goes back into the garage for a nice little shine on the side. Fully serviced, little badge on it, a winner's badge. Probably never to be seen again, unfortunately, but never mind. Right, let's go back to the time trial. Let's see if I've earned. There we go. I've earned a drive. Let's give the Ferrari another go out. This can always be dangerous because I've just driven a car that was so much better balanced than what this was. So this could end up just being a waste of time. But we'll give it a go. Oh, I was almost off then. Well, I'm quick enough to get into D. I might have to accept that for the moment. As long as I don't mess up. There we go. At least I think that's D. Let's have a look. 0.5 seconds quicker. Yeah. So I have got one more go. So I'm laughing at the chat. You're, you're funny guys, chat. I do like it. There we go. I've got into D and 2.4 seconds to get into C. So we'll work on that during the week. But I think D is going to be my limit. Um, James Mabinder says, for me, when I'm doing time trials, I use tilt A because sometimes I'm always on gas. Interesting. Kenny says, great answer on track limits. Laughing emoji. Yes. Well, it's a game, isn't it? The game sets the rules. I just abide by the rules of the game. That's how I look at it. Kenny says, do you ever use the cockpit POV? I find it better. So when I first started playing the game, I used to use it all the time. But one of the problems I have with the cockpit view, and it's specifically with the newer cars, is the peripheral view in cockpit with the newer cars, because the windscreens are like this, so it feels very claustrophobic, and you can't see left or right. You can't see the wing mirrors. Um, So I decided to start using the view that I have because at least I can see what's going on around me, which is normally what you'd expect to see in a car. As you're driving, you can look around, you can look in the mirror. You've got full visibility around. You don't have in the game with the cockpit view, especially on some of the newer cars that have very thin windscreens. So that's why I use my particular view. And now a lot of guys do actually race. It's POV, but literally on the bonnet, which is I understand why they do it, and it is a good view, that one. But I prefer to race it like that. I think a lot of racers do race like I do, but also a lot of people like the POV because it makes you feel as if you're in a racing car. But I do feel it's quite restrictive in comparison to being in a racing car, especially with the new cars that have very thin windscreens. So that's a long explanation as why I don't use it. Right, okay, so we'll leave the weekly time trial there. We'll let the drive counts build up because I'm going to do next. In fact, I can do it now, I think. The time trial competition, which is the 2 week time trial competition, which is called the 911 Challenges. And the reason why I think I can do it now is two of the cars are not fully upgraded, but the GT2 RS is. So I have unlimited drive here. So let's give it a go. I seem to remember I've struggled with this car. Let's say we get on. Yeah, see, I've braked too late, and I braked too late. There you go. Did you see that though? I didn't get a penalty. And I didn't get a penalty because technically I stayed on track. I've never seen that before. Oh, I can definitely go quicker. So I'm going to stick with this. I'm going to stick with this because it'd be hilarious if I get the faster time. Oh dear. Oh, I thought I was off track again. Oh dear. Ooh. I'll tell you what, it's nip and tuck. But you can see how I've struggled with this car. Come on. There we go. Would you believe it? I got a faster time. My word, that was amazing. Druba Duttis says, Eureka, you're not kidding. You're not kidding. That was amazing. That was such good fun. But again, I just struggle with this car. Oh dear, that's hilarious. Let's come out because I want to know how far away am I to getting into C. 1.372 seconds. You know what? I think I can get into C. Because that was a disastrous, let's be honest, that was a disastrous lap. So to beat my previous time just tells me how bad. Oh dear. There you go. It tells me how bad the previous time was, but look at this. Let's quit that. Again, one of the things I do is if I've set a half decent time, if I go off track, quit it and do it again, especially if I've got unlimited drives, which I have. But you saw there, I pretty much was a second up on my shadow. So if I can be over a second, real possibility of getting to C. Not when I skid like that though. But as always, the problem is once you start pushing, mistakes come in, and that's when you go off track. So maybe go for a gradual improvement rather than a sudden 1.5 second improvement. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh no. You see, look at that, my lead's almost wiped out. It's a shame. The lead is wiped out. Ha! Ouch. Ever so slightly quicker. Ever so slightly quicker. Few chances to get this though. I reckon it's doable. Getting into C again. Beyond that, probably not. There we go. Possibility. Possibility. There we go. Group C, as always. Group C, never better. Unbelievable. 1.577 seconds quicker. Now I knew there on that particular go that as soon as I was 0.7 seconds ahead at the beginning of the lap, I knew the previous best record. I fell away at the second half of the lap and I thought, do you know what? I can really push this home. So there we go, 1.5 seconds quicker Now, the question is, now that I've got into C, what's the gap? See, there you go, 3 seconds. 3 seconds to get into Group B. I've got no idea how they do it. 118 and I'm a 125. For once, I'm top of my team's leaderboard, though. Interesting. I am lower than what I normally round about 3,000 to 6,000. So being at 13,000 is a little bit lower than what I normally am. So let's see if we can do a bit better. Might not though. Yeah. Gonna struggle, but let's carry on. Let's just see if there are places where I can catch my shadow up or not. There we go. There we go. Maybe what we'll do is we'll leave that there. We'll leave that there. We got into C. That's an achievement. 25 gold potential reward. We'll come back and have another look at that another day. So if I'm going to do that, I'll just service this car ready for the next time in case I feel like having a better go. So, Luke asks, can we play Monaco? So we're going to go into Motorsports then. Let's have a look. I can't even remember where Monaco is. Let's have a look. Is it 2020 season? There we go, Monaco. Circuit de Monaco. Let's have a go. I'll be rubbish at this. I ain't played this in years. So what we got? We've got Mercedes there, 127. So this is a few years back. So Mercedes used to be the better car. So let's give that a go. 3 laps around Monaco. This will be fun. Now this is a joke, by the way. I consider this track to be a joke in this game. The reason being is the whole point of Real Racing 3 is you start at the back of the grid and have to get first. And that's just an impossibility with this track. So for me, this track doesn't, you see, look, there you go, doesn't fit with this game. Now, what's interesting is Monaco was only in 2 seasons. It was in the 2020, the 2020 season, and then the 2021 season, and then it disappeared out of the calendar in terms of Real Racing 3. Oh, dear, it's terrible. Yeah, so I'm completely out of practice with this track. So you see, yeah. You can't overtake on it. It's like a Formula E track turned up to now to 11. Obviously, you have one. Right. Oh, so where am I going? I didn't even see where I was going there. I have no memory of this track. So it will have been, I reckon it's been 5 years since I've played it. And if you watch the Grand Prix, all you ever used to do was fall asleep. So I'm being very critical of a track you wanted to see, but I hate it. But hey, you requested it, so there you go. As you can see, I'm still in last place. But again, it is literally like anything. If you play it regularly, you get better at it. So I'm literally going to finish last. Oh dear. No, not a fan of this track. But again, it's only because you just don't see it being used. Not a single one of the other cars has this in their series. It's only in the 2020 series and the 2021 series. Now you think the Formula E would have this track, because it's definitely a Formula E track. So there you go, last. So I was absolutely rubbish at that. There you go. There you go. So Druba Dutta says Monaco exists because of some F1 driver's citizenship. Well, I don't know anything about that. I'll have to take your word on that. All I know is, as a race goes, it's boring to watch. So there you go. I did it, and I was rubbish at it. So yeah, sorry about that. Sorry I didn't represent any better. But yeah, the problem is it's only in um, the 2020 season and I believe the 2021 season, and then it's never existed since. Actually, do you know what? I do think it's in. It might be in one of the McLaren MP4/4 series as well. But other than that, it just doesn't exist. Anyway, there we go. There was a little distraction there for you to all have a good laugh at my expense. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to now do another motorsports event. We're going to go into GT4. And we won the Nissan Z. No, we won the Lotus Emira GT4 a couple of weeks back. We've got the Performance GT Racing up to 77%. Not going to get it up to 100%, but we do have the opportunity of at least completing another tier. So we'll give that a go. Now, what I remember of this car, this again was a nicely balanced mid-tier car. So we should have a bit of fun with this. In fact, it's so good. I turned far too sharply and then too much the second time. So I'm not going to do it. There we go, 4th. So there's a bit of work to be had there. That's fine. 22.389. And I think I've got to do 21 point something. Now, again, lots of errors made. So definitely room for improvement. And I've got to improve by a second. Let's give it a go. There we go. Oh, almost. Drubert Dutter says, do WRC. I've got nothing to race in there, so it's even though it's not 100%, it would just mean doing races I've already completed. So the F1 was a one-off. I'll leave the World Rally Championship for this particular stream, if that's okay. And you can see why I don't normally like doing requests, because I was absolutely rubbish on the Monaco. Let's see if we can do better than third this time. There we go. That's a lot better. That's not. Haven't done it. Struggling. 22.33. So it is that second turn when I'm losing grip, and I'll be losing quite a significant amount of time. So we'll have a couple more goes. See if we can improve. 21.779. Come on. Come on. There you go. That's better. Got it there. 21.404 a first. Right, we've been streaming for almost an hour and a half. We've almost done everything. We've got left finish off this tier, and then there's another exclusive series to do. So one final piece of gold collection for today. So we're doing all right. We're doing okay. Right, 79%. Let's do the speed snap. It's at Lime Rock Park. I normally like this track, to be fair. I suppose it depends where the speed snap is. It's going to be after... Go on, foot down. There we go. I was a bit worried there that I wasn't going to be able to get that speed back up, but there we go, 131.91. So struggled with the autocross and then blew speed snap out of the water. All right, so next is the Cup in this tier. So we're tier 17. The Laguna Seca Cup, 67.5 minimum PR. The car's at 68.3. 6 laps. That should make it easier to get first. I always find that if Laguna Seca's 3 laps or less, it's quite hard to get first. But it gets easier the more laps there are. So hopefully we'll be all right. Saying hello. And I'll tell you what, I'm doing better than what I normally would expect to do. Already in tier 11 by that corner. Normally I try to aim for at least 14. Now again, this is a track that I never used to like, but since sort of like going to 0 assists, got a newfound respect for this track because, well, it's hard to master. tell you what though, if you choose the right car, you can go flying over this bit here. Literally, you leave the ground. Okay, so we're in 7. So we've got 6 cars to overtake and 5 laps to do it in. That's okay. That's achievable. Should also mean that back markers come into play. So if I am struggling to overtake first, second, third, back markers might help me, because for some reason they're always rubbish at overtaking back markers. So we can get another car before the end of this lap. Into 5th. Might even get 4th. There we go. So 4th at the end of lap 2. 6. So 4 laps to go. 3 cars to overtake. Lost it there. We've overtaken. There we go. So 2 cars left to overtake. 3 laps left to go. So we're okay. Now you can see what I mean about trying to get to first in 3 laps. It's hard. Especially with my driving. There we go, into 2nd. There we go, into 1st, did it in 4 laps, 2 laps to spare. Will we catch back markers with 2 laps to go? Not seeing any of them on the map. Fernando Enriquez says that car sounds like a Formula 1. I do think there's something to do with the engine that I'm sure one of the guys in the chat said before. So, I mean, obviously it's not as powerful as a Formula 1 engine, but there is something about it that's in some way, shape or form related. which I guess kind of makes sense, being Lotus. But I honestly can't remember what they said. But you are indeed correct. At least in the game, it very much sounds like a Formula 1 car. There we go. .200 yards ahead. Final lap. Tier 17 of GT Performance Racing completed. There we go. Almost caught back markers. Not quite. Just in the distance. There we go. That's another series almost completed with for the moment, because it would mean upgrading a car and spending gold, and I don't want to do that just yet, despite the amount of gold that I have got. And indeed, the car needs servicing, so we'll get that serviced. But I don't think I can complete tier 18. There we go, 68.6, and the car is 68.3. So potentially can do 2 of the races, but then that will be it. So 83%, end of that for today. Possibility of it being back briefly on Friday. Okay, so on to the final series for tonight. Into exclusive. Have we changed anything? No, we're still at 81%. We're going to have a go now at, I'm going to leave the Mercedes for today. We're going to have a go at the Bugatti La Voiture Noire. You see there, it's set at 48%. So the plan is to get this above 50%. So I don't know what's available. I'll see if there's any elimination events to do. Let's have a look. Doesn't look like there might be. Oh, there we go. Elimination event on tier 12. Silverstone, the bridge, the new bridge, the bridge Grand Prix circuit. Now again, this is a car that I don't like driving. It's just too fast. Look at that. Look at that. That's just crazy. Oh, you see. Oh. Good grief. Third. Might even get first. There we go. Might have a little dent on the car though. I always wonder how much my dented bill is in this game, because I reckon it's in the hundreds of millions of our dollars. Okay, so we're first. 4 cars are left in the battle. Just got to keep it sensible. That's a lot easier said than done with this car. Oh, see what I mean? A little bit off there. Right, we're on the podium. I'll tell you what, we've raced some up there. We've raced some very fast cars this evening, and a good selection of cars. One more car left in the race. Oh, there you go. That was close. Woo! I did manage to get first just before he overtook me. That almost backfired. All right, so have we hit 50%? That's the question. I think maybe if we have, we might leave it there for today. There we go, 50%, 25 gold. There we go. So I think what we'll do, in fact, let's have a look. Have we got anything exciting? Probably not really. Yeah, I think we'll leave it there. I think we'll leave it there. We'll come back to that car another day. 50%. Total gold earned 1,913. So when you consider I've spent something silly like 563 gold today, I've still got 1,913 gold on my board. And again, that's one of the reasons why I wasn't too worried about spending that amount of gold this time round. I've got a little bit in my back pocket, and I know there aren't any cars to spend money on in terms of upgrading to win. So it all looks pretty good to me at this moment in time. So I think what we'll do is we'll end the stream there in terms of racing. We will do more of multiple series on Friday. Tomorrow's stream will be to do with the McLaren 600 LT Limited Series. And I'll tell you what, this is quite interesting because it's not a bad amount of gold, 30 gold and 5,250 VP. And the reason why that's important is if I complete it over the 2 days, so it'll run Wednesday and Thursday for me. I'll do a late stream tomorrow and then an earlier stream tomorrow, Thursday, so I can take advantage of the 24-hour free servicing that comes with opening up that particular limited series. And should mean I should be able to complete it within that allotted time across 2 separate streams. And typically what I'll do is I'll do typically they have 15 tiers, so I'll do 9 tiers tomorrow and then 6 tiers, the final 6 tiers on Thursday. And the reason for that is typically as you go through each tier, specifically the cups tend to have more laps and therefore are longer races. But what we're in the potential position of either tomorrow and definitely Thursday, so long as we do complete the limited series, is we'll earn the grand prize of 100 gold as well. So yeah, pretty happy about that. Not a bad session at all. That was quite a lot of fun. I hope you all enjoyed it as well. Right, there we go. Okay, nice bit of driving. Lots of things there, lots of gold won. Unfortunately, lots of gold spent. But I think over the coming days, I'll be able to recoup most of that gold that was spent. So hopefully you enjoyed the race, and if you did, if you wouldn't mind giving it a thumbs up or a like, and if you'd like to see more of this type of content, then please subscribe to the channel, The Fifth Guardian on YouTube, or follow The Fifth Guardian on Rumble. With that being said, I hope whatever is left of your day is a very good one. And I hope to see you for tomorrow's stream. It will be a little bit later for the reason I've just sort of stated, but I hope to see you there. So until then, thank you and goodbye.